Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle for Saturday, the 11th of December, 2021. Saturday in the Guardian. According to them, that's expert level day. This is the one we look forward to, those regular players, I think. But don't worry if you don't have a degree in pseudocology, because the Guardian's rating of expert is often overblown, let's say. Now, we can't guarantee that it is. It might turn out to be a hard one, but it's bear with it. You may be able to do it even if you've just got basic skills. Okay, topic of conversation today is, well, actually, it's about a case in Brazil, but I wanted to put it in a kind of larger context. Um, I live in Thailand, as you know if you've been on this channel for any period of time, and I love Thailand and the people of Thailand, the working people of Thailand. And I noticed that I think there are a few countries that have similar kind of feel to the working class. There's this joie de vivre, as the French call it, a great happiness and joy in just living. People in Thailand have that. And I think also people in the Philippines and people in Brazil have a similar kind of joy for living, that kind of thing, that kind of outweighs other things. But maybe I don't know. There are some similarities and some differences. I mean, definitely not in terms of religious base, because in Thailand, Thailand has never been dominated by any Western style religions. But of course, Brazil has and has also faced slavery, and the Philippines also has religious quite a lot of religion extensively across the country, let's say. But also there is a huge disparity in income between the rich and the poor in these three countries. I mean, it's just massive. The differences in earnings between very poor and the very rich. It's true for all of those countries as well. So, so it means that I have a kind of special feeling for the people of Brazil, and especially because I love Brazilian music. You've often heard me talk about jazz if you've been on this channel. I'm a jazz freak. It's my number one obsession. It's not Sudoku, it's jazz. That's what I really, really love more than anything else. And a lot of Brazilian jazz too, and Brazilian players. I mean, magnificent. They have some of the best musicians in the world, and just a great feel for music and rhythm. And so it is with great sadness that we see the problems in Brazil. I mean, they elected the monstrous Bolsonaro, and you have to imagine why. How could people elect such a lunatic, Trump wannabe? Well, I think the problem is that people face hideous problems of crime and poverty and stuff like that, and desperate for what they think is some kind of change. Uh, Actually, he's not the person to provide the change. It's going to get worse, but you can see why. I mean, they just get desperate, and the part of the problem in Rio, in particular, is the favela. The favelas are notorious as being operated by drug gangs. Now, there are ordinary, decent human beings, lovely people living in the favelas, but there is definitely also severe crime, and and the people living there are no doubt just fed up with it and want something to happen, which is why we've seen lots of police riots with guns and stuff like that in the favelas in various places. But there has been a terrible case, a very upsetting story of three kids aged 9, 11, and 12 who disappeared a year ago, December 2020. And the police are now saying, if we believe the police, I don't know whether we can or not, but they are saying that they were captured, kidnapped by a drug gang for having stolen a bird, and they were beaten and tortured. I mean, these are tiny kids, right? Beaten and tortured, and one accidentally died during the beatings, and so their solution was to kill the other two, to stop any witnesses. Oh, this is so sickening, so terrible, awful. They haven't found the bodies though, so this is just on hearsay witnesses at the moment. But if it is true, what a horrific story, and what a terrible thing to be happening. And right-wing parties always promise, oh, tough on crime, tough on crime. It's a global thing that they do. It's a way that they get votes. Left-wing parties have to understand the problems of crime and be creative in trying to find solutions to improve people's lives. Very often that's about getting them out of poverty, of course. But, in the case of drug gangs and things like that, they've got to be more creative in how they can tackle this problem. Anyway, Saturday rent. So anyway, good luck to the people of the favelas in Brazil in trying to improve their lives, and let's hope some reasonable politicians in Brazil can help them out. Okay, let's get on with our expert level Guardian game today. Have you ever played Sudoku before? No? But you want to try expert level? Okay, congratulations. This is what we do. We have rows across which feature numbers 1 to 9. We have columns down featuring numbers 1 to 9. And we have these outline sections where numbers 1 to 9 can also fit. And that is our job. It's a kind of puzzle where we put numbers 1 to 9 in each of the blank squares. All right. Now, a number can appear only once in its row, column, or block, which is what we refer to these boxes here. And that's basically how we go about finding the numbers, is using the idea that a thing can appear once only. So for example, our first number, this 8, blocks down this column, meaning that 8 cannot appear again in this column, so it cannot be in this square for sure. Now we have an 8 blocking up this column here, so there is no way 8 can appear in any of these 3 squares. So if 8 cannot be here, and 8 cannot be in any of these 3 squares, where must it go? Yes, you are right, the 8 has to go here. I'm so glad that the camera, I play these games off camera. If you could see me this morning, you would think, what is he doing? Trying to do an impression of a country yokel or something? I've got one finger stuck in my ear. I woke up kind of deaf this morning on one side, when you get that weird pressure, lack of equilibrium of pressure on both sides. It's really weird, and the only way I can kind of counteract it is by sticking a finger in my ear, which is bad. It's my right ear, so I need that hand to switch to the left. 4 blocks across here, 4 blocks across here. 4 has got to be in that square because that's the only available square for it. Oh, it's such a weird feeling. I'm sure I saw something else earlier on while I was chatting. There it was. 7 blocks across here, 7 blocks down here. So 7 goes here, like this. 8 goes up this column, blocks up this column, I should say. So none of these 3 squares can be 8, and this 8 stops this square from being an 8. And so 8's got to go here. Now let's keep this 8 going, so 8 across here, and 8 across here, and 8 down here. So we know that 8 must appear in that square. 8 down this column here, down this column here, and across here. Gives us an 8 there. Have we finished 8s? Not quite. We've got 1 up here to do. Now, okay, let's see. We've got 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. So we do have 8s in every one of these blocks except this one, and that means that we can definitely find it here when we look for it. So 8 blocking up here, 8 blocking up here, 8 across here. That's a rule you can follow if you're new to Sudoku, that if you have a digit, the same digit in all 8 blocks, you can find it in the 9th block for sure, no doubt. Okay, let's put a 3 in this square, shall we? Over here, can you see why? Because, of course, we've got the 3 blocking across here like this, and the 3 blocking across here like that. So we're limited to this row here. And now we can see 3 blocking that square, But then if you imagine 3 also blocks this square, and so therefore will appear in this column, so there cannot be a 3 here either. Excuse me. 3 goes there. Okay, the missing numbers in this block here, there are 3 missing numbers, and the missing numbers happen to be 2, 6, and 9. We've got 1, there's no 2, 3, 4, 5, no 6, 7, 8, no 9. It's 2, 6, and 9. But look here, we have a 6 and a 2 in the same row. So this cannot be 2 and cannot be 6. It has to be 9. Let's put it there. Hello, is my ear? No, no. I thought my ear was easing up a little bit. It's not. 4 across here, 4 across here, and 4 up here. Let's put the 4 there. And actually, do I have 4s everywhere? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Okay, so again, we've got a block down here which does not contain a 4, but we have 4 placed in every other one of the blocks, and therefore we can definitely find it here, even though there's only 1 number already placed here. So let's see where it is. We have 4 blocking across here, 4 blocking across here, 4 down here, and 4 down here. So we know that the 4 must be in that square there. I'm not sure why my ear is kind of weird. It could be because the temperatures here, nighttime temperatures, have decreased substantially. Daytime is fine, but nighttime you don't need any air conditioning switched on, which is unusual, and it's really quite reasonably cool. I mean, not cold, but it's just cool, and maybe that's something to do with it, or maybe it's stress. Maybe it's just general stress. At the moment, there seems to be a competition between the hospital and the garage as to who can bankrupt me first. So it could be. I definitely had a lack of sleep last night, so I think it's probably stress. Ah, there it is. 3 blocking down there, 3 blocking down this column, so blocked, blocked, and a 3 across here. 3 goes here, like so. If you hear background sounds and you're new to the channel, don't worry, this is vendors driving around with vans. In this case, it's the one that comes around quite often. They buy old electrical things at a very, very, very cheap price, as I found out. Okay. All right, so look, let's see. 2 blocking up here and 2 blocking across here, so 2 has to be in one of these 2 squares, right? So it doesn't matter if it's here or here, it still blocks across here. So now we've got 2 blocking across here, 2 blocking across here, and 2 blocking up here. So the 2's going here. It doesn't look like it's going to be a tough game, but it could be. There's still time for it to turn out to be a tough logic puzzle at the end, but so far so easy, I'd say. Those could be famous last words. We'll see. Although I'm playing it quite slowly, but I'm not in a rush, right? because it's Saturday. I've got the whole weekend and not much to do except stick my finger in my ear. Three blocks across here, 3 blocks across here, and 3 blocks down here. So that's a 3 going there. Seems like 5s are in short supply. I think that's going to be our problem number. 5s and 9s are not particularly well populated, and I think that those are going to be the digits that are going to break the game. Once we find a couple of 5s and 9s, we will be on our way to victory. Although having said that, I noticed there's only one 6. This is the only 6 available actually that's placed so far, so maybe 6 will turn out to be our problem child today. Of course we know 6 is here, so somewhere up there as well. Right, I need to do this more methodically, so let's kind of follow around. Now I can't highlight this like I can when using the computer, of course. I shall just stick my pen on though. So I've got 1 blocking across here, so I know 1 is in these 2 squares and 1 is up here. So we've got like this pattern like that, you know, like an arrow, as somebody might say. But down here we've got 1s in those squares there. We've got 3 possibilities up here. Can't tell much here. Right, 2s. We've got 2s across here. We've got 2s in these 2 squares. We've got 2s here and here. Can't do anything else about that. 3s. Is 3 done? No, not quite. So what are we doing on 3s? So we've got 3s here and here. And here and here. 4 is done. 5 down here. There's 3 possibilities. 5 across there. No, that's no good. 5 here, we don't know. 5 up here, no, we don't really know. And 5 up here, no, we can't tell anything. Really, 5s are useless. 6s are useless because we just got that 1 here and then this across here. 7s. We've got a pair of 7s here. We've got a pair of 7s here. Another pair up there. I've got something. Okay, 7s. Right, let's consider this row across here, right? Now we have, look, a 7 here blocking this square, 7 here blocking this square, 7 down here blocking this square. So those 2 are out. We have 7 blocking this square, and we have 7 blocking this square. So this is the only square that is not affected by an intersecting 7, and so that's where the 7 goes. 7 up. Now we can place the 2 here, right? 2 blocking across here, 2 blocking across here. So now we can say that the 2 goes there, and blocking down here, 2 blocking up here, 2 blocking across here, and remember this is a 2 here, so 2's got to be in that square there. This is a 6 or a 2 if you remember. I've seen some things, but nothing that I want to tell you about particularly. Ah, this will do. 7 blocking down here, 7 blocking up here, and 7 blocking across. I have a feeling everybody is playing this game faster than me today, but that's okay. Like I said, I'm not in a rush today. And if you are playing at high speed, well done. Congrats. 3 blocking up here, 3 blocking down here, so that's a 3 there. 3 across here, 3 across here. We can place a 3 there. If you're wondering about more background sounds you can hear, my guad is brushes, which I just bought one from her the other day actually, and it wasn't cheap, but it is natural. You know, these are brushes that people sell, brooms, all kinds actually, hard and soft for inside or outdoor. Made of The outdoor ones are made of twigs with a bamboo pole, and the indoor ones are made with smaller bamboo poles and kind of dried grass type thing, which are stitched together, all handmade. Not cheap, but definitely environmentally good. Coconut husks, I think the matting comes from. I'm not exactly sure though. But they work just as well as the plastic things that you buy from the supermarket. So you know, why not use them? Uh, Vaguely good for the environment and vaguely good for local economy as well. 1 blocks across here, so we place a 1 in that square there. So again, we've got our 5 and 9 problem. But if this is 5 and 9, we can tell what goes here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no 6. So now we know that 6 has to be placed there. 7, 8, and of course 9 is one of these missing squares here. Oh, just one number. I'm looking around, didn't notice. Just one number missing here. That's a 5. Let's place our 5 there now. And what's missing from here is a 1 and a 9. 1 and 9 there. Okay. I'm pretty close here, obviously, and then, but still, some steps away. I'll tell you what I can see, shall I? Hold on. Ah, okay, I've seen something, so I'm hoping this is gonna... Oh no, it's not. I don't think so. Okay, what I've seen is these two squares must be 6 and 7. Actually, no, I've seen something better than that. Cancel that thought. Don't worry, I've seen something much better. 6 blocks down here. So 6 is in fact one of these squares here, right? Which means that this can't be a 6. Then we have 6 blocking down here. So 6 actually is to be placed there. Now we can work out the missing numbers here, and then we can get that number there, right? And then by what's the word? Inference, we will be able to find these words here. So what's these words, these numbers here? Excuse me. Missing numbers up here are 1 and 9, are they? Huh? Did I miss that? Okay. Not missed it, I just put in the 6, right? So 9 blocks here. So 9 is there, 1 is there, and the missing number for this block is now 6. Okay. So what's missing here? We have 1 and 9. Oh, actually, we still can't find them. 1 and 9. Okay, so then this has to be 1 or 9. 9. What's the other thing? 5. Oh, 5 is in these squares. Oh, okay. Now I'll go back to telling you what I was going to tell you before. 6 is in one of these two squares, so blocks across here and blocks across here. So 6 is here and here, and 7 blocks across here and 7 blocks across here. So 7 is here. So we have 6 and 7 in these two squares now, meaning that these two must be 5 and 9. Actually, we still can't get it. 5 and 9, 5 and 9 here. I was right about 5s and 9s though. Give us some hassle today. Alright, let's come back over here and see if we can do anything else on this. So now we've got 1s in those squares, 2 blocking down here, 2 across here and across here, so 2 is in either of those. 3, 4, 5, 5 is here or here, and over here could also be up here like this. 5. 6 is, thank you, here we go. 6 blocks this square, and so 6 is in that square there, and then 1 is the number we need to finish that. So 1 blocking across here, 1 blocking across here, 1 goes here, 1 goes there, 9 goes there, and what else? What's missing up here now? 1 and 9. Okay, so 1 blocks this square, 1 is there, 9 goes in that square there. This can't be 9, 9 comes here, 5 is the missing number for this block. Where to look next? I think it's all going to fall now. I don't think there's going to be any difficulty now. One blocking across here, so 1 is in that square there. We can get this because of the missing numbers here. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are 5 and 7. Okay, so we've got 7 blocking here, so the 7 goes there, the 5 goes here. This is a 6 now. Okay, 1 number missing down here, which is a 5. 6 stops this from being a 6. 6 goes here, 9 goes here. 9 blocks this square from being a 9, so 9 goes there. 5 goes here like this, and 5 is in this square here too, blocking that square from being a 5, so 5 goes there. 7 goes there. 7 blocks down here, across here. 7 goes there. 1 number left to get for this row. It's a 6. 6 stops this from being a 6, that goes there. 2 is the last number we need for that block down here. That's going to be a 2 now then, and to finish the game, 9 I said would be our problem child, and it was indeed the last number that we placed. Okay, so thank you for sticking with me for today's game. An unhurried stroll on a Saturday morning. I'm hoping my ear will be clear by the time I do the New York Times puzzle later, but if not, I'll see you again with my finger in my ear.